do this. Oh no, not this one. This one.
Oh, this one's interesting to me.
So this
Holy
is,
shit.
while we're talking about sex workers, Christian's favorite subject, Ron Jeremy pleads not guilty to 20 new charges of sexual assault against 13 women. Faces possible life sentence.
I never liked this guy. I thought he was skeevy.
Gosh,
He's looking-
this guy
he was
looks
like-
terrible.
he was
Dude, he's
terrible.
looking rough.
He was
I
terrible.
mean, he's like, what is he? How old is he? He's like 60.
I think he's like in his 60s, but he looks like...
Dude, he banged like 20-year-olds. Like, this guy was
This dude looks like the Penguin from Batman.
He does.
on crack.
Like
And
Danny DeVito fucked up on a bender.
yeah, on like Insomniac.
Crack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Ron Jeremy pleaded not guilty today to 20 new charges of sexual assault in LA and Los Angeles. Convicted on all counts, the veteran adult film star, if convicted as charged, faces a possible maximum sentence of more than 250 years to life in state prison. Update: the Los Angeles County District Attorney filed 20 additional charges of sexual assault charges against veteran adult film star Ron Jeremy.
My.
The new charges involve 12 women and a 15-year-old girl and include 5 counts of forcible rape. The alleged incidents date to 2004, with the most recent incident on January 1st.
Oh my.
He is expected to be arraigned on new counts today at criminal courts building in downtown LA. Jeremy, 67, pleaded not guilty in June to 3 earlier accounts of sexual assault from the DA's office. Here's a rundown of the new charges.
Forcible.
6 counts of sexual battery by restraint, 5 counts of forcible rape, 3 counts of forcible oral copulation, 2 count of forcible penetration by a foreign object, and 1 count each of sodomy, assault with intent to commit rape, penetration by a foreign object on an unconscious or sleepy victim, and lewd conduct with a 15-year-old girl. The defendant was charged in June with 3 counts of forcible rape and
So he's basically, to summarize, he's an absolute creep.
he's more than a creep. He's a fucking piece of shit. I mean, if he's literally forcing rape on. That's a thing that we. So we're gonna get in a little mini debate here. Maybe we'll see. So we've made videos before how we don't really like. We're kind of like anti-porn. Like, we don't believe that it's good. Like, it's not good for the dudes who consume it. It's not good in terms of like literally like your mental like what are you saying?
Just coming from a curious.
We're based
Okay,
on.
Just coming from a curious thing. I'm interested in this topic.
Okay.
Why do you think it's destructive for a man's mental, like, health or sexual health?
Because we talked about this before. So because it's proven if you consume it when you're young, it's like it highlights the wrong parts of your brain, and there's kids now. There's like 13-year-old kids, and that's the problem with giving cell phones and shit to like kids. Think about it. Like, the first time I saw porn, it was like I was like on a school bus, and it was like I was on a school bus, and you have that friend who like stole, it wasn't even on the phone. Like, he stole like a magazine. Like, like, we're older.
Oh, you're old.
Yeah, we're old.
Mine was on mobile.
Yours was on mobile.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So us.
It was on the phone.
It was on the phone.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Old.
Us.
Yeah, ours was like printed off with like a Windows 95 computer, dude. Like, no joke.
It was like Hustler. Hustler was the big one in the day.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Hustler was like the big thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that porn is not even a big deal. It's
Pretty
just
innocent. Porn.
Yeah, it's like when I think about that back then when I was a little kid, I was like, oh my god, what am I looking at? And it's like,
Oh, wow.
my little brain was
Oh my
blown.
God.
I can't handle it. No, but honestly, think about it. Just stay with me. I know it's
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, at least those are like sort of, trying to be aesthetic, and they're
It's
like,
just a photo. Too.
Okay,
it's
so
just like a full-on
it's
video.
they usually don't show the vagine. You know what I'm saying?
the vagine.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hustler does. I don't think
Hustler did. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Playboy did. I think, right? I have no idea.
Playboy didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a little more classy, and it was like, okay, these are like, they're trying to be sexy, whatever. Whereas now it's just like in your face,
Anal.
like, yeah, it just, okay, so to answer your question, Christian, it just sets unreal expectations for what it's supposed to be, or what it's supposed to, like, okay, I'll give you an example. When I first started having sex, because of all the porn I watched, it was so, like when I look back at it, it was like, what the fuck was I doing?
It's like you dumbass.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, like so.
Did you try to like mimic the stuff you saw?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like, oh yeah, this is what girls like.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, no, that's not what it is at all.
Exactly. Right.
Some girls do now because of probably porn, but
yeah,
I'm gonna take you down the rabbit hole. It sets unreal expectations. Like I said, back then, our first experiences, because we're old men, was I was on a school bus, and it was like my friend who stole a magazine off his dad's like coffee table or whatever. Like literally, he's like, yeah, my dad was taking a shit and I stole this magazine off his coffee table. I remember it. And he stole it from the coffee table and brought it on the bus and showed us in the back of the bus, the school bus, and that was our first exposure. But nowadays, it's so crazy. Like we have cell phones. And like you have Dr. Drew, right? The famous guy. He has like VH1 shows or whatever. Mm-hmm. He has like he's a real doctor and does like therapy sessions or whatever. And he says how he has like treatments for like 13-year-old boys who are literally addicted to porn because it activates the same dopamine receptors in your brain that like are associated with like drugs, gambling, and it's all in the same thing. It activates the same thing in your brain. So that's why we're against it, because it's setting unreal expectations. It's bad for the people who consume it, and it creates these dudes who, not Ron Jeremy, we'll get to Ron Jeremy, but it creates the dudes that we're talking about, and like who consume the OnlyFans, who they don't know how to get with girls. They are like it ruins their social life. Like think about it back then. That's why you have communities that are like NoFap, who don't believe in masturbation. Stay with me, bro. Stay with me. It's called NoFap. Look it up. If you look it up, NoFap, because
NoFap California.
10 years ago, like I said, not even 10 years, 20 years ago, it's like if a dude, like if you wanted to get off, like you couldn't just view something on the internet and like you just boom, jerk off. And then it's like
nothing.
It's like over. Thoughts. Yeah, like you just, it's done. It's like you have that, you're done. You don't have that desire to like, fuck, all right, let me work on myself. Let me go talk to some chicks and go at the bar or whatever. Like go and like
let me improve something about myself. Like okay, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to play guitar, or I'm gonna fucking go to the gym.
Yeah, now it's just like
like you're removing. Christ. thank you for the visualization.
Oh, is that what it's like now?
Ding ding. So
no.
And then now the switch side. No, but honestly, now the switch side is.
I like how you like also did like the
phone.
The phone. I know, but like, why is it? What the? If I walk in to Jesus Christ, really getting detailed here. While you're shoving a shampoo bottle up your ass. Alright, this went weird.
No.
Anyway.
But then you look at the people who participate in porn, it's usually, people who are super, like, they're come from a broken home, their uncles probably molested them.
Wait, people that act in porn?
I don't want to go over same thing that we've gone over in other episodes again.
Right.
It needs to show up.
Porn is bad. Porn is
bad. Yeah. So then what were you going to say about Ron Jeremy?
I guess I'm a no-fapper now.
He's a fucking sexual deviant.
Okay, this is what the whole thing that we had. Okay, just really quick to wrap it up. What we were talking about before in the other episode was that, one, if you stop watching porn and you stop fapping, then like you're gonna be like, okay, I have a drive to either get a girlfriend or do something about it, so that it's like, okay, I need to work on like. Let me go find some kind of like communication course or something so I can talk to people. I'm not even joking. Like
I know
what? I'm not joking.
It's funny,
if people took all the time that they spent watching porn, like the hours and hours, and just like worked on like improving themselves or whatever, then they would probably have a girlfriend.
We'd probably have like flying cars by now.
Yeah.
You ever see that meme? Yeah. You ever see that meme where it's like, if fucking
if porn never existed, and then it's like
utopia. Yeah, it's like that meme, like just plug in the blanket. It's like, the Broncos won the Super Bowl or some shit. Like it's dumb as shit. It's hilarious. Or
so yeah, this guy's a creep.
Yeah. So wait, what are we gonna say about Ron Jeremy?
Yeah.
He's just a sexual deviant. And like,
oh yeah, of course. I mean,
like,
this guy. We've known this for like.
Look at him.
We didn't know this, but like
we knew it way before he got charged.
Yeah, you could tell from the beginning.
It's just people who are involved in that industry. The women are
also
fucked
on a fine line.
The women are fucked up. The women usually come. They were molested by their uncles or some shit. They come from a broken home. You know, they were on drugs. Like, they come from, like, it's all this fucked up shit. And then the guys who come from there, they, it's like literally something like they need to make money. And then when they get into it, it wakes up this like sexual nature inside of them, and they become like this guy.
I think the recruiters are worse human beings. The ones that find the women, the girls.
Girls, yeah,
they're horrible human beings.
Yeah, did you ever see that?
Trying to make profit off these young girls.
Yeah, did you ever see that Netflix documentary?
Yeah,
I think that's what you're talking about. There's like a Netflix documentary where
it's called No Fap.
They'll probably make that one day. I don't know what it was called, but it was literally these dudes who like he posts on Craigslist like, oh, we need like girls between like 18 and 20 years old or whatever, and they come to this house, and it's kind of like a casting house, and they like make them do these videos, and they usually last for like 6 months or whatever, and then it's like, honestly, it's like the worst trauma in their lives ever, and then the dude is like, okay, great, I paid you whatever you wanted to get paid, and I got my videos, and I'm gonna move on. And it's like this
cycle, yeah.
It's like this revolving door, yeah.
Wow.
They made a documentary.